Iron Gym, proud sponsors of UCMMA.
We need the Rocky. Where's the Rocky of MMA?
Where's the Rocky of MMA? Take a fight.
Alright, I'm Rocky.
Who is Rocky Thomas? To be quite honest with you, I don't know. All I got was a phone call, a guy, and I get it all the time. Yeah, I'll fight anyone. You hear it and go, yeah, okay. But Rocky will fight anyone.
Well, it was funny really, because I was it was about a year ago. I was in Blitz Sports in Village, just getting a couple of bits for a friend of mine when I happened to be up there, and saw a leaflet on UCMMA, and I thought, wow, I'd like to give that a try, and I always wanted to do it.
Yeah, I met Rocky at the first ever White Collar event. I had to end up cornering him because he had no one with him in his corner. Went down, I sadly lost. Yes, he's on a consistent losing battle, but it's all about development within the White Collar MMA series.
Rocky, he's a legend to me. Yeah, he applied to fight. I remember Dave giving me the application form, sorting him out a fight. He calls up wanting to take 2 fights in one night. We are, you know, we think a warrior. Comes down, unfortunately he loses his fight. As soon as he gets up, I was like, Dave, let me know if someone pulls out, I'll jump in again. That's the heart of a lion. Not many people have that.
It doesn't matter what weight, if they're heavyweight, if they're super heavyweight, if they've got 2 heads, Rocky will fight them. Even the first time, I remember this vividly, he came in and said, any chance of having 2 fights in a night? Or 3? That's the kind of guy he is, yeah? He's got no fear.
I just got a buzz out of it. I just started seeing it on the telly and that, and I always wanted to get in there and have a go and get stuck in. I
believe there's a little bit missing from him, but it's the nicest kind of possible way it can ever be. He's like a nice guy that's got not a badness in his body, you know, he's always, anything he can do, he wants to help us weigh in guys, he wants to help us set out tables, and he's fighting. He comes along, no cornermen, no friends, no ticket sellers, no nothing. Just on his own, and guess what? He'll be there 8 hours before the show. As we open the doors, he'll be there. Rocky's standing there, waiting already.
No, Rocky's not my real name. It's a nickname of people called me years ago when I'd done boxing, and they nicknamed me Rocky because every time I've had fights, I just go in there and fight, and I'll just do my give it my all the time. Give them and fight as hard as I can.
Another slam. Punch the right down hard. Rocky's attacked here. The referee stopped.
First fight for Rocky was an absolute disaster. You know, Rocky had never been on the ground before, never done nothing, but as he got picked up and slammed by this human monster, at the end of it, he went, I'm not hurt. Don't worry about it. I'll have another fight.
Well, that was very interesting because the guy was like a big lump anyway, and it was an experience for me. I lost. He made mental meat out of me, but I was new to it, and I went there, I turned up, I was up for it because I'm a real fighter. I lost, but it's an experience.
You know, and that's the kind of guy who shocked his cobwebs a bit, but you know, he didn't get off the starting block because he's a stand-up boxer, but just wanted to have a go. And when a guy's saying I'll fight anybody, it's really hard not to put with anybody, but he did get paired up with an absolute one of them. So it didn't go that well.
And I'm always up for the fights. Every time I turn up for any fight, I'm always up for it. Because I'm a real fighter. If you're not a real fighter, you don't go to these fight nights in the first place.
You know, then we told Rocky, maybe leave the ground alone. Let's go stand up where you belong. You know, your K1 hand, your boxing ability. And as the guys walked in, you know, people were laughing at Rocky because he's got his shorts pulled up, and you know, he waddles along. Never got no corner man. I think Harry cornered him, and Anthony, a few of the guys just clubbed together, cornered him, and he was fighting a monster from Nick Chapman's gym.
Rocky was the first one to come up to me and ask me to corner him just because he's seen myself and other people running around. He just pulled me, ended up going down with him, and ever since he's been an attachment to my right arm.
I mean, look at Rocky. Rocky come through. Spinning backwards then by Rocky. A big right hand by Rocky. Lead Durant scoring in close. Oh my word. Durant scoring in the clinch. Rocky giving a good account of himself, though, fighting back here. Rocky looks like a man possessed. Rocky with the big right hand from Rocky.
And I think even Nick Chapman, after the first round, even Nick's face was like, oh my God. This guy gave Rocky everything he had, everything. And Rocky didn't flinch. He even knocked him down, Rocky stumbles back up.
Duran is offering out punishment and Rocky's taking more hits to the 3-point side. Oh, he's down! The first unidentified, and it's an 8 count from Dan already.
Rocky took more shots in the face than Gemma Jameson.
He's fisting Bukaki right here.
The sound that night in round 2 was unbelievable. All you could hear was thousands of people screaming, Rocky, Rocky! And that's when he was born. He became the new man, the new white collar warrior.
For me, this is fight of the night.
Rocky Thomas smells blood here. Rocky, I can't even stop smell that jab.
Come on, Rocky.
I've never had it before. A lot of people cheer me like that. And a lot of people know me for years in other fights, but I've never had that much people cheer me.
And after round 3, you know, it was getting close, but he was still getting beaten. But he kept getting back up, and all you could hear was the crowd screaming Rocky. Even Nick Chapman's called him, going Rocky, Rocky.
Is this going to see the end? Come on!
Both men falling under pressure, and it is all over! Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's going to go to lead the round on the scorecards, but Rocky Thomas takes a moral victory here.
I remember the interview, in fact, show the interview because it was funny as anything, but I said to him,
Rocky, you come here with no cornermen, no nothing, you stood there 3 rounds. I think you got some new fans. You want to say anything to your new fans?
Well, thank you very much for supporting me. I didn't even know who half of you were, but thank you very, very much. And there's a few band dogs here. Thank you, and I'll be back in the gym next week.
Rocky, 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 Rocky.
I can't even know, mates. I've now got 2,000, and it was the funniest moment ever.
Yeah! Rocky Thomas in the house!
Get in there, Rocky!
Ladies and gentlemen, living the dream! Rocky Thomas!
I'll be back, I love him. God love him, I'll be back. My God, I can't speak.
Never, ever judge a book by its cover in this cage.
I didn't realise I had so many fans I didn't even know about, but they got to know me a couple of times fighting on the shows, and didn't realise I had that many people cheering me.
It takes balls to get in and have a fight, but it takes a heart to continue to carry on the fight, and Rocky's got that.
That was a hard 3 rounds, but it was all, every fight I've had, especially that one, is all enjoyable. It's just that bit of fitness I've got to get, and I'll be alright.
People always ask me if I help out with his training. No, I don't. I help out with his cornering. Every time he comes back, he seems to have a new move on the go. And also, he just seems to be loving it even more, which is a great part of it.
Because I turn up there as an independent fighter, I don't have no trainers or cornermen with me. I just go there and turn up and fight.
So they really did support you in many ways?
They did.
And then we move on to Rocky's last fight he had with us, which was, again, amazing. He was fighting a young guy. He had Ben Callum in his corner, like the other guy, you know, so he's got a good pedigree. And then little Rocky comes out. And the fans now, you know, they know Rocky. Everybody's screaming Rocky. So all of a sudden the other guy's thinking, hang on here, I thought I had fans. But Rocky stands out there, starts banging away.
Both fighters come out, swinging. Oh!
Nice front leg kick by Rocky. And Philip De Zora drops in with a nice team to the belly. Nice spinning back kick by Rocky. Right leg, and they're trading.
Punches.
This guy cannot get anything through to Rocky. He's hitting him, he knocks him down, Rocky gets back up. Then all of a sudden Rocky comes back. He's starting to swell, he's starting to swing, and the other guy is in trouble. There's no doubt about it. The guy was in trouble. I was there with my crutch, I'd just come out of hospital. I was on the edge of my seat, screaming, shouting. I couldn't believe it. And then to look round and see everybody on their feet shouting Rocky again, a star again was born.
So I think if I had that fitness, I'd take both of them, that guy out and the last guy before in the first round. If I had that fitness, I've never been knocked out yet.
Not once
in my life. I've never been knocked out. There's always a first time, but I refuse to get knocked out. And there's always a first time, but it ain't happened yet. And I refuse.
Where do I think Rocky may be by next show? I think he'll be having a winner. He's definitely got to come out with a win. He'll still carry on, but also I think he'll come out with a new arsenal. And whoever he's doing pads with, I'm sure they'll show him a few new things.
Because I've had the fights and I'm always up for it, I think I'm improving every time. I haven't won the fight yet, but by this time next year I would run a few fights. And as soon as I win that first one, that set me off. But it's like anything you do, you've got to start at the beginning. Everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah, he can go a long way. He's really, I love him to bits, he's quality.
So, you know, all I can say is he's a nice guy, very weird, very out there. That's why we love him, and that's why the crowds, you can hear one name they're screaming, and that's Rocky. And I can't wait to see more of this guy.
I want him to come out and go, Rocky, 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 Rocky.
I'm a real fighter. I get in there and I go there to fight. That's what I do. That's what I go there for.
Rocky, I take my hat off to you. If you're watching this, Rocky,
just keep on going.
Keep on going?
Keep going, have the fights and just enjoy it. If you enjoy it and you don't get hurt, keep doing it.